Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and this is the hottest day of, well, it's the last hot day of summer, that's what we're told. I mean, it's pretty much the hottest day of the year nearly, but certainly for weeks and weeks, and I think after this it's going to be sweaters all the way. But never mind about that. Let us also consider what is happening at the weekend, which is when Simon will be, we hope, streaming the next episode of The Witness. It's all rather dependent on what happens for him during the week. We'll let you know when we know more. Sorry, there's a bit more delay between the last episode and the next one than usual. It's all down to him, don't worry. Now, also, of course, on Patreon at the moment, we have the Looney Tunes Sudoku Hunt. I've got this. There's the character Taz. He is getting all revved up for that and keen to see if he gets to win the sandwich in the Looney Tunes Sudoku Hunt. So do join us on Patreon if you want to know what I'm talking about. There is an opportunity to solve 4 puzzles there to find out who gets the sandwich. And Taz is just one of the candidates. I'm not saying he gets it. Now, we have a very interesting puzzle here today. So I'm not going to talk about the apps and the merchandise. It's all on the links below the video. But so is this puzzle. This is called Whose Line Is It Anyways by Piotr V, who is one of our favourite constructors, very active on the Discord, big fan of the channel. We like Piotr. And he's come up with a really interesting, I don't think it's meant to represent an animal or a number 1. And I don't know, I'm not sure. You can read into this structure what you like, but he's used some intriguing colours which we can't normally get on our software, so I think it's been imported in from somewhere. But Piotr says that these are good colours for, or decent colours for writing pencil marks, so we'll see if that's proven. Anyway, the rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and all the lines in the grid are one of 3 types. They are either Renban lines, in which all 4 digits must be consecutive, not necessarily in that order, but this line, for instance, could have 2, 3, 4, 5 on it in some order. That would be a Renban line. Whisper lines, so let's try this one. This could go, now whisper lines, digits are either, any 2 digits connected along the line have a difference of at least 5. That's the rule. So it's either, if this was a 4, for instance, this would have to be a 9, because that's the only Sudoku digit that has a difference of at least 5. But if this was a 1, this could be 6, 7, 8, or 9. That's how it works. And slightly less complicated, the palindrome line is a line in which it reads the same both ways. So if this dark green was a palindrome, then if you read it one way, it would be exactly the same as if you read it the other way. So Renban lines contain no repeated digits and are a sequence in some order. Whisper lines have a difference of at least 5 between any 2 digits next to each other on the line, and palindrome lines read the same backwards and forwards. And it's up to the solver to figure out which is why it's called Whose Line Is It Anyway, of course. So fascinating rule set. Do give it a go on the link under the video. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. And surely the first thing we have to do is figure out what line is doing what the rules are. Yeah, there are some things that cannot be, like this line, the ends see each other, so it can't be a palindrome. The same's true for that one. The 2 ends can't be the same, obviously. Any line fully contained within a box, like loads of these can't be palindromes. All of these, straight away, they can't be palindromes. But maybe they can be both German whispers or Renban. The long ones can't be Renban, because once you've got more than 9 cells on a line, you're going to have a repeated digit. That is just natural fact. So those 2 can't be Renban, and then this little one could be anything it likes. How can we use that? Let's start with this. Right, this can't be a palindrome. It can barely be a German whisper or a whisper line. And that is because a whisper line can never have a 5 on it. So if this was a whisper line, the 5 in the row would have to be here. And the ends would have to be 6 and 4. I mean, it could just be, but... Okay, so if this was a whisper line, oops, then there's no 5 on it, and the 5 is here. But if it's a Renban line, then it's either 1 to 8, and this is a 9, or it's numbers 2 to 9, and this is a 1, and that's not possible because there's a 1 here. So this is either a 5 or a 9, and whichever one it is determines what that line is, or vice versa. It can't be a palindrome 9 because of this. That's irrelevant. Because if this... No, that's not irrelevant. That's interesting. If this is a whisper line, that's a 5. And that's a 5 on this dark green line, so it couldn't be a whisper line, so it would be a palindrome, so that would be a 5. But if this is Renban, then this is a 9, and then this can't be a palindrome line, so it has to be a whisper line. That's weird. Okay, so one of these is right and one of them is wrong. There's probably not much point thinking about this one yet. If this is a palindrome, we've got 5s there. I don't suppose it doesn't really help with other. Okay, if this is a whisper line, if this is a whisper line, that's a 9. Then we would know that all of these cells would be high. That's because along a whisper line, you have to alternate between high digits, meaning the ones over 5, and low digits, meaning the ones under. And once you know one of them, therefore, you can do this kind of height versus lowness calculation. Oh, look at column 3. Yes, bingo. Right, that's definitely right. This is not a whisper line, and I'll explain why with reference to these cells. If this was a 9, these would have to be high cells. They'd have to be 6, 7, 8, and 9. All well and good so far, but where would 6 go in those? One of them would have to be 6, but it can't be here because of that 6. It can't be here because a 6 always has to be next to a 1, and you'd therefore have to put 2 1s there. So that's not possible. It can't be here for exactly the same reason. You'd have 2 1s there. And this can't be a 6, virtually the same reason. You'd have 2 1s there, and although they're not in the same column, they're in the same box. So this is not a German whisper line. This is not 9, this is 5. This long line is a palindrome. We get another 5 there. I had better mark that it's a palindrome. Palindrome and purple both begin with P. So it's a purple palindrome line. We know this as well. This is now a whispers line. It can't be a Renban because that's a 5. There isn't no... I can't use W for white, so I'm going to make it green for German whispers, which is the other name for this version. Right. So this is a whisper. Yes, okay. So we can now fill in 4 and 6 on this line for exactly the same reason we were talking about there. 6 can't be surrounded by 1s. That would apply to all of these cells. So 4 and 6 have to be on the ends. 4 can't be surrounded by 9s as well. But wherever they are at the end, they have to have 6 has a 1 next to it, 4 has a 9 next to it. Now, can we do something with these? They're obviously from 2, 3, 7, and 8. Yes, this can't be a 3 because it would have to be surrounded by 2 high numbers, 8 and 7, but 3 cannot be next to 7. And that applies to this as a 3, and it applies to them both as a 7 as well, because 7 would have to be next to 2 and 3, and 7 can't be next to 3. So those are not 7 and 3. That's a 2-8 pair. These other ones are a 3-7 pair, and this line reads, one way or the other, it reads 4, 9, 3, 8, 2, 7, 1, 6, but I don't know which way round. Now, if this is Renban, then these digits are from 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Ah, look, 5. 5 can't be in those cells. So in this box, 5's in those cells, so it's not a whisper line. Can't be a palindrome because it's all within one box. So it is a Renban, the third type of line. Renban, oh, red. Renban red, obviously. So this is made up of 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. It must have 4, 5 and 6 on it. Oh, we've got, okay, so we've got a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quintuple. So we've got a 1, 9 pair. Oh, red's not the best colour to have an orange line on, but, well, it's so obvious that Renban has to be red that I'm going to have to leave it. Sorry. It's just synesthesia or something there. Right, 1 and 9 there. Now, do we know what this line is? It can't be Renban, it's too long. It could be a whisper line. And then that would be a 9. Then the small numbers would be there, 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 and there. Oh, well, none of these can be 4 in the central box except the one on the end. Oh, and that's 4 whether it's... Okay, what I'm saying is, if this yellowish line is a German whisper line, then the small digits are the ones I've highlighted because it always alternates between low and high. So they have to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in this central box, those would have to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, but that can't be 4 because of that. This can't be 4 because those two would both have to be 9. This can't be 4 because those would both have to be 9. So this would be where the 4 is. And actually, that's exactly where it would be if this is a palindrome, which is the other alternative. So that is definitely a 4. So the 4 on the Renban is in one of those two cells. The 4 in box 9 is in one of those two now, because there's a 4 in one of those, and now we can rule out all of those using that. Maybe we've got more. So where did I say the small digits were? They were all here. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I tell you what, never mind the small digits. Is this right? I'm thinking about 5s now. Imagine this is a German whisper line. Yes. Where do 5s go in boxes 5 and 6? So these can't be a 5 because of one of the 2 digits we have placed in the puzzle, one of the 3 digits we placed in the puzzle, this 5. So the 5s in these 2 boxes would have to go in those cells, and that would be a clash. We can't do that. So that means this is not a whispers line, and that means it's a palindrome. So it becomes purple. And now, well, we already know 4 and 4 puts a 4 up here. The next digit along, whatever that is also up there somewhere because of where it appears in row 6 and 5. Now, where's the middle of this line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. I'm going to just mark that. Where's the middle of the long one, by the way? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's odd length. That is the middle. Okay, so I'm just giving a little blue shading for the middle. So, right, and this is palindrome. So that 1, 9 is replicated here, which gives us a 1, 9 pair in column 5, which gets us nothing at all. Now where do 5s go? Again, oh, well, 5 has to be on the line somewhere. No, that's not true. 5 could be there and on the centre. Oh, bother. Now what? We still haven't learnt which way round this line goes. We haven't learnt which set of digits are in this Renban. We haven't learnt. Well, those 4 digits are the same as those 4. Oh, look, they spell out a number 4. I don't know what that means. How about these? They can't be 9, 5 or 4. Not that useful. These are the same, a 1 or a 9 somewhere there, no. Crikey, I don't know. What is this? Do we know what this is? Yes, we do. This is not, obviously it's not Palindrome. It's not Renban either, because there's a 5 here. So this would either have to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8, 9. But these alternate between numbers higher and lower than 5. So that would rule out both of those possibilities. So that is a whisper line as well. So if we've got a 4 here, because this is a whisper line down here, we get a 9 there. If we've got a 4 here, we get a 9 here. So 9 is in one of these two positions in box 9. Don't know what that means. 6 can't be, I suppose 6 could be on the end. Is 6 in the same 2 cells? No, that could be a 6. Then that would be a 6, and that would be a 6, and that's fine. Oh, come on. What else is going on here? Look, lots of these can't be 9s. This 9 sees all of those and all of those. The first 6 cells after the 5. Oh, bother, that only gets up to there. That can't be 9 as well. So none of these highlighted cells can be 9. But unfortunately that can be, so there are still 3 positions left here. This one, oh, that has to be the same as this, doesn't it? Ah, so that's 6 or 9, right. That's quite an interesting position. This is on the palindrome and in the same position as that. I think this is right, yes. It can't be the same as this cell. So what I'm thinking is, in row 3 we've got it, in row 1 we've got it. We don't know what this digit is at the moment. It's anything, but it's the same in those 2 positions. And therefore it's got to be in one of these 3, but it can't be in row 2 column 7, because on the palindrome that's here and sees this one in row 3 column 3. So forget those, and now it is either 6 or 9. It must be. And if it was 9, that would fix this as a 1, which would make this go 6, 1. That would make this a 9. If it was 6, what does that do? Not much. Well, it's quite interesting in this box. Those and those couldn't be 6s. Now, let's go back to it being a 9. Ah, look, yes, that being a 9 means this isn't, so that's a 9. Oh my goodness, right. Yes. Okay, this is a bit mad, but I'm doing it. I don't care, because this puzzle hasn't got easy ins, I don't think. Or if it has, I'm missing them. Right, if this is a 9 pair, then we've got 9s here and here. Now, the 9 on the bottom row can't be in this cell, so it must be here. And now that would mean that in column 7, the 9 is on this palindrome line, but we've already got a 9 in column 6 and 1 in column 5, and those palindrome lines would force a 9 into one of those 3 positions where they can't be. So that is not possible. So these are not 9s, that is a 6. And of course, knowing it's a 6 doesn't get us very much further. That's not a 6 now. Now, what was I going to say about maybe the same thing happens with 6s there? No, it doesn't bother. 6. Okay, 6 can't be on any of those cells, which includes these ones. So 6 is not there or there. 6 also can't be here because that's the same as this one on the palindrome. So 6 in box 6 is in one of those 3 cells. This is a little X-wing pair, isn't it? If 6 was on those two, whatever is in these two, it doesn't have to be 6 because that could be on the green line. Has to be in those two, and therefore in these 3, not just 2, because they could include an 8. Oh, look, those 3 are those 3. And therefore those 3. What is that? Is that telling me something that I can't read? I feel like a blind man with a printed script rather than braille. Maybe I'm just being dumb. Oh, hang on, look at this. How, yeah, if that's Renban now, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we've got to put a 9, not there or there, but there on the middle. Then those would be 7 and 8, which would also appear here and here. Ah, and it's painfully possible. So this could just be a Renban 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Often when something just can be something, it always is, but I don't know. I mean, the other alternative is whispers, which would force 5 onto the line somewhere. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh, that's... Let's look at this 6 thing again, actually. If 6 is in one of these two, then it's in one of these two. Because if 6 is in one of those two, it's also in one of those two on the palindrome. Then the row 6 one has to be here. Ah, so the only place... This is an X-wing. The only places for 6 in row 6 are in columns 2 and 9. Let me just see if that's right. Okay, what I'm saying in row 6 is that can't be 6. That can't be 6 because of this. This can't be 6 because that sees 6. This can't be 6 because that sees 6. This can't be 6 because of the one at the top. This can't be 6 because on the palindrome it's here and it sees that one yet again. And this can't be 6. Yes, these are the only two positions for 6 in row 6. They're also the only positions for 6 in row 9. So that is an X-wing of 6s. Oh, no, it's better than an X-wing of 6s, because if this one was a 6 in row 6, column 9, that's on the palindrome, that would be here. And that now can't be a 6 because of the X-wing. So that's not a 6. The 6 in row 6 is here in column 2. And that has fixed the whole whisper line. Oh, that is absolutely mad. Sorry about that. There was the full URL. Right. So that 6 has resolved this. That is incredible. Incredible and weird. Oh, I'll tell you what it's also doing. Just before I fill in the German whisper, suddenly look what can't be a German whisper line, because the 6 there can't have 1s both sides. So that is a Renban line now. Ha! I think this is the big breakthrough. But I mean, that's so hard because it was all dependent on getting this to be a 6. And then this weird X-wing I mean, this is crazy territory. Anyway, we know this whisper line now. We're going to fill it in. 4, 9, 3, 8, 2, go high, 7, low, 1, 6. Look at that. Whole of the bottom row done. Right, 3 comes out of this Renban. Now, this is a whisper line. Can it have a... Oh, we've got to have a 4 here now. That has been fixed. So that's a 9. So this is low, 2 or 3. This is high. That has to be 8. This is 2 or 3 as well. And we've got a pair that does nothing. 4, 8, 5, 1, 9. But so many things have happened now. So these are from 2, 3, 6, and 7. Those can't be 6. That can't be 6 because this is a Renban line now. So that's a 2, 3, 7 triple, and we can place 6 here. Oh, amazing, amazing puzzle this. Really is, absolutely. Well, I mean, at the same time as I want to call it amazing, I also want to call it totally bonkers. And that really describes my feelings about it. So we've got a 1, 6, 8. We don't have a 1, 6, 8 triple here because we know either by naked single or by looking at 6s that one is a 6. Then we have 1 and 8 there, which are on the palindrome, so we know which way round they go thanks to the 8. I thought we could be just suddenly flying or not. Right, 5, 1, 8. So now I don't know whether to use the Renban or the 2 palindromes or what, but I'm enjoying having some freedom to consider things, I have to say. Okay, let's look at the Renban. Yes, there's no 1 on the Renban because of where those ones are. So it is the numbers 2 to 9. So we have to have an 8 in one of those cells. We have to have a 4 in one of these two. In fact, not there. The 4 has to be here just because that 4 sees all of the other ones. So that's a 4. Now those two aren't 4s, and we know where the 4 is now in row 4. How are we doing on 4s? Yeah, well, I think we're going to... Ooh, maybe we're going to finish them. Maybe we're not. Yes, this can't be a 4 on the palindrome. Oh, no, it can and is because of the palindrome. I'm losing my mind. Okay, so that's a 4. That's not. That's a 5, 7 pair. Right, look at this box. It can't have a 4, this line. It can't have a 4 or 6 on it. And that means it's not Renban, because it would have to have one of those in a 5-cell Renban. Therefore, it's whisper. And that's almost the last one. We've just got this little 2-cell silly to figure out. So this is a whisper line. And we've got 1, 9, 4, 8 in this central column. So 6 also in the top box. So these are from 2, 3, 5, and 7. Ah, but look at this whisper line. Well, it can't have a 5 on. Let's start there. One of these has to be a 7, doesn't it? Because one of them has to be high. If that's high, low, these are different height and lowness. So one of them is 2 or 3 and the other is definitely 7. So that's not a 7. Here we have to put a 6 in one of these. Oh yeah, that's on this palindrome thing. So they're now 2, 3, 5 or 6, and these must be 2 because of the palindrome. 9's in one of those two positions, just by Sudoku. And it can be on the palindrome, I think, if it was there. This is not finished, right. And 4, 9, we've got 2, 3, and 7 to place in the final column. So this one after the 8 on the palindrome, oh, I already had that as 2, 3, or 7 over there. I've got 2, 3, or 5 up here, so that's 2, 3, or 5. Hang on one sec. Sorry about that, annoying distraction. Now, I was looking, I think, at this palindrome. No, this whisper line. That's how confused I get when I get distracted. And now my eye is caught by this 9. So 9 in box 1 must be in one of those two cells. Yeah, no, but hang on. It can't be here. It can't be there because this is a 2 to 9 palindrome. A 2 to 9 Renban line. Think, man. Okay, so one of these has to be 9, so 9 can't be there. So 9 is ruled out of all these places. That's a 9, and that fixes 8 on the Renban as well. Trying to get my words right. These are from 2, 3, 5, and 7. One of them's definitely a 5. That's 2, 3, or 7 as well. 2, 3, and 7 seems to be a number we're getting in a lot of cells. Maybe I should stop pencil marking them because it's getting a bit pencil mark heavy now. Four and 6. Oh yes, this palindrome. I'm probably getting things on it and not realizing. Right, 9 and 9, one of these is 9. Ah, that's an X-wing with 9s there. So one of these 3 is 9. That doesn't really help. One, 8, 4, 6. Oh no, hang on, one of these 3 is 9, but they're all on the palindrome. Oh, but that can be, and that... I think they all can be a 9 on the palindrome. That's really irritating. Okay. 8. 8, 8. One of these is 8. 1 is not on the beginning of the palindrome. Oh, duh. 1 sees that 9. That's on the palindrome. 9, 1. 9 and 9, we get a 9 up here on the centre of the palindrome. 5 can't be on the whisper line. 5 has to be here in box 2. That's on the palindrome and there. One of these 2 is a 5. 9, 8, 6, 4, 5. Again, we get this 2, 3, 7 triple in box 1. Oh, can we do this now? No, I know what we can do with this whisper line. We can work out whether there's more highs or lows, because all those are the same height or lowness, and they can't be high because 6 and 9 have gone, so they're all low. They're 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 or 3. That's 2 or 3. Hang on, I'm getting the right ones. Okay, so that's not 7, which is key. This one can be 1 or 2. So this is 7. This is 8. 7 cannot be next to 3, so that's a 1, and this box is done. 7 there. 1, 2, 3, we get an 8, 7 pair. We can do those up here. This is a 1, that's on the palindrome. Gives us a 1 there. This cannot be a 5, because that can't be a 5 because of that. So 5 is here. This is now a 2, 3 pair on the palindrome. No, not both on the palindrome. That's 2 or 3. Those can't be 3 or 5. That's a 2, 6 pair. That's on the palindrome. So that's a 2, 6 pair. This is a 3. That's on the palindrome. There. Sorry, there. Get my cursor in the right place. I still don't know here. Sorry, I'm sure there are things you can spot all over the place at the moment. Right, that's a 2, 6 X-wing. So these can't have a 2 in. That's here. So there's a, no, we knew there was a 2 there on the Renban. 2, 6, 3, 4, 9. So 8 in the central box now goes here. That's 5 or 7. Actually, this is now a 2. Just seen that. That fixes 3, 2 at the top of the grid. That makes this a 7 on the palindrome. In fact, the palindrome is finished. 7 and 2. 3 there. 2 and 3. That 3's all right. Good. Those can't be 7. That's a 2, 3 pair. That's on the Renban, so they can't have a 3. We know which way around 5 and 7 go there. We know which way around 3 and 2 go, actually. 3 and 9 here. Yes. 3 there. 9 there. We've got a 1 and 9 to place in row. How are we going to fix this? Oh, that's what this crazy thing is for. Okay, let's just get rid of some pencil marks as we get ready to finish off. That's a 5. We've got 5 and 7. Oh, we've got another X-wing. No, we don't. That's on the palindrome. 5, 7, 5, 7. Then we've got this 2, 6 X-wing, which is going to get resolved. Well, it can be a palindrome 2, 2. It can't be Renban. It can't be German Whispers. So let's colour it green as well as purple. No, it's not green. Oh, it's purple anyway. Let's colour it purple as well as purple. How about that? And that is the solution to this extraordinary, colourful marathon puzzle. Whose Line Is It Anyways by Piotr V. That's really interesting, but I do think it's brutal. If you have to do it the way I did it, and you probably don't, it's brutally hard. Like finding that those are 6 or 9, ruling out 9, and then finding this X-wing on 6s. I'm quite proud of that, but I'm not certain it's the way you had to go. I'll be very interested to hear other solution paths through this, because I found that tough, I have to say. It's a very interesting puzzle, and you can see the amount of thought Piotr's put into it. It's really neatly done. Most enjoyable. Thank you very much, as always, for watching us challenge these beasts on Cracking the Cryptic and find the logic that gets us to an answer. I mean, there's a lesson for life in there somewhere, and I don't know what it is, but I hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.